Over the past year, we heard on the media about high-profile companies such as PlayStation, McDonald's, Google, even Kaspersky Antivirus having security breaches because of spear phishing attacks, techniques, and malware threats. While those attacks were targeted at high-profile companies, the reality is that no one, whether it's one person at home in front of their computer or small to medium-sized businesses, everyone is at risk. Everyone on the internet nowadays are at risk from the numerous threat vectors on the internet. One of these threats are from malicious web links from poisoned search engine results. In order for malware authors to release their malware payload, one technique we see today is the use of current events, such as the death of a celebrity, to create thousands to millions of malicious pages, hoping unsuspecting users will click on them. One other technique is spear phishing. Similar to phishing scams asking you to share some piece of information like your username or password, spear phishing is a more carefully crafted variation that again seeks to trick unsuspecting users into sharing their information. The messages are often individually targeted and contain enough relevant information to make them believable. With the prevalence of malicious URLs and spear phishing attacks on the internet, everyone should adhere to best practices for email usage, web surfing, as well as have reputable security software loaded on their computers that provides multi-layer protection. The face of cyber criminals has changed, and what they're doing has changed as well. What's changed is that there's value or money in what they're doing. They can get paid to do these things. What we're starting to see is that the internet world is starting to mirror the brick and mortar world of theft. People don't want to get caught. They want to get in and out with things of value and have a market to sell them. The Department of Defense had a recent document titled Strategy for Operating in Cyberspace, which I thought was very good. They said, "The tools and techniques developed by cyber criminals are increasing in sophistication at an incredible rate, and many of these capabilities can be purchased cheaply on the internet. Whether the goal is monetary, access to intellectual property, or the disruption of critical systems, the rapidly evolving threat landscape presents a complex and vital challenge for national and economic security." And so the online threat landscape is continuing to evolve and to mirror the brick and mortar world of theft. Using security software that provides only antivirus protection and firewall are old school. It won't work in today's landscape of threats. 10-15 years ago that might have passed, but today that won't work. So you really want to stay away from the free antivirus software that's on the internet. If you run the comparisons and read the company websites, they often make it clear that the free versions lack the many features in their paid versions. One exception is Microsoft's newest security essentials for Windows XP, Windows Vista, and Windows 7. It stands in stark contrast to its initial release a few years ago. They've in fact today been ranked very well in many comparatives online. Cyber criminals have become more sophisticated, so the best thing you can do is get software from a reputable company that provides multi-layer protection. There are a lot of choices, but make sure you get antivirus protection against Trojans and rootkits, a firewall, email security, web security against malware, some form of intrusion prevention system to monitor for malicious network traffic, proactive threat protection. Unlike antivirus signatures, proactive threat protections will look at running processes on the system and monitor for malicious behavior. Another layer of security is cyber hygiene. Avoid downloading software from sources you don't trust. Don't open unsolicited email attachments. Avoid following links, unsolicited links in Twitter, Facebook, and email. Another layer of protection I recommend is using a free program called Malwarebytes or Spybot Search and Destroy or Norton's Power Eraser to double check your security software. These free programs are antivirus engines in themselves, so you can use them to look for things your installed program didn't find.